Hello, my little artists, and welcome back to my channel. This is really gonna be an easy one. I have to say so myself. It's really simple. I'm telling you, it's super simple. Even if you've never actually drawn a person on a piece of paper, I'm telling you, it's gonna be really simple. We're transforming ourselves into a sketchbook, which I think is really cool. So, a sketchbook with charcoal or a sketchbook with just a regular pencil. It's actually pretty cool. So what I did was I first went in with some white face paint. It's pretty self-explanatory just because you're gonna actually sketch on a white piece of paper, or sometimes the sketchbooks are a beigey off-white shade, but I just decided to go in with white because when we add the black later, it's going to start to turn gray and it's really going to give us a nice gradient. So I did use one white face paint that I was not liking, so then I moved on to the Mehron clown face paint, which is a little bit thicker and more of a cream-like. I'm telling you, this tutorial is super simple because you're basically just making yourself a black and white photo, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going in with some black face paint, drawing out my brows, cleaning them up. I go back in with a lot of white, a lot of black. I blend them together. It's gonna look gray. Honestly, I feel the more messy this look looks, you're gonna look better, just because, at least in my experience, when I draw, especially if I'm using charcoal or a charcoal pencil, I always take my finger or a cotton tip applicator and I'll always smudge it out. So I just feel the more smoky and the more I don't want to use the word dirty, but the more dimension you have and the more smokiness that you have to the look, I feel is going to really help it. And I just applied some gray and brown and black shadows to my lid to kind of give it a really soft smoky effect. I didn't want the lid to be too harsh because that's definitely one of the things that I would do as I'm drawing. I would definitely take my finger and just smudge it so it would be a little bit more smooth. So I'm just taking some black and I'm throwing this all on the perimeter of my face. It's you're pretty much contouring, just except you're using black. So realistically, you're not a piece of paper, so you are going to have to outline things. So I'm just taking a really thin brush and some black paint. You can even mix it with gray if you don't want it this dark and just start outlining everything. So I'm starting off by outlining my nose. Honestly, just start drawing lines all over your face, in my honest opinion. I really had no method on how to do this. I just kind of added more dark shades where there would be shading. I'm outlining my lips right now. I'm going over my lips with some face paint, and then I'm even going in with a dark black shade and outlining and really highlighting the cracks in my lip as well. It's going to help it make it look really three-dimensional, even though we are three-dimensional, but it's going to help it make it look like we actually drew ourselves. If you do want to try out this look but you're nervous to go in with black, you can still go in with black, and then if you mess up, just throw some white face paint on it, and the worst it's going to do is make a shadow a gray. But you're pretty much just going to go in with black and just start outlining everything. So any kind of wrinkles you see, any kind of creasing you see, you really want to put those in black because it's going to really give the realistic feeling that it's a sketch. So I'm even going underneath my eyes. I mean, you could definitely use eyeliner for this, but low-key I was too lazy to get up. And I'm even outlining the folds in my lid, just because as an artist, because I used to draw, that's what I would always do, especially when you go in with eyes. And even if you Google or you YouTube people drawing and they're recording it, you can see that they're actually doing the same thing. So it's pretty much a free-for-all at this point. Go in, start outlining everything. It depends on how dark you guys want to go, but I'm even taking some dark black and really intensifying the cheekbone. I'm intensifying the jawline. I'm intensifying everything, especially if you're going to look straight. The outer perimeter of your face is actually going to be the darkest, and then since you're trying to make a 3D picture, the center of the face is obviously going to have more light. So this is also going to help that aspect as well. And honestly, the little brush strokes I feel make the whole look. Okay guys, I don't think you really need my voice anymore. I think you can go ahead and just watch and kind of just, see what else I do. I'm pretty much repeating the exact same steps that I did on my face, just on my neck and chest, and then I even go back in and I darken up any kind of shading that needs to be darkened up. I bring the black into my hair, and once I'm done with all of the shading and I'm done with adding all of my you know, marks and I'm outlining and I'm done outlining, I'm going to go back in with white. It's really important that you don't forget to add the highlights in once you're done with the shading. The highlights is really good, what's going to bring this look to life. It's going to look so cool. And like I said, the more the more brush strokes, the better I feel, because it just looks like it's actually being drawn. So I'm going to end it here, guys. Go ahead and keep watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you guys thought in today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you all in my next video.